magpie-minded minions in the black community. Talking to niggas like P. Diddy, where all of a sudden you're up in arms. You got a problem with what Kanye is saying and doing. You got a problem with the t-shirt he unveiled, him and Candace Owens. You got a problem all of a sudden. Guys like Jay Prince got so much to say, so much hate and despair to say, so much ill will for a man who steps out to speak for himself and think for himself, especially when black men do it. Oh, you guys can't stand shit like that. I want to talk about the crab in the barrel syndrome. A lot of you think like the fisherman on the boat. When the crab actually has enough ability to escape the bucket full of crabs, what does the fisherman do? Throws the crab right back in the bucket. Basically, the bucket represents the plantation of where thinking black people can never escape from. Because you got these same people in the community who have so much to say. You get mad when you can't stand to see a black man when he's happy, especially if he's exercising his options. I never will understand why that pisses off so many of you niggas so fucking much. And then when you look around, just take a look around the black community. Just take a look around. You ain't got to believe a damn word I say. Look around for yourself at the despicable behavior that's displayed in that community. And then y'all have the audacity to be up in arms. You see, a lot of people of other races, they feel, especially white people, they feel guilty even if they point out something that's obviously the truth. They feel they still suffer from that guilt syndrome of a lot of the transgressions that their ancestors participated in the past, and even a lot of that is fabricated and misplaced information. A lot of that is not even true. And if you want to know where the balance can be displayed, just check out a book called White Cargo. Because when we speak and talk about slavery, the assumption is we always jump to what supposedly happened during the transatlantic slave trade. And we always revert back to those talking points and those thoughts. Not realizing a lot of the information and the stories told about that is not even true. It's exaggerated and misplaced information that people who benefited from it, they was able to take that and harness that information, string along the weak-minded people who they know wouldn't try to get to the bottom of it anyway. You could just tell them a certain thing, and if you touch their emotions and what you're saying, they won't even bother trying to find out how much of that is accurate, how much of that is even true. They just go along with it because of their feelings, how they feel. And thinking like that, that's why the black community is in shambles right now. And you could say it's done pretty much. Look at the passport bros. Literally, brothers exercising their options, and I cannot stress this enough. They're minding their own business and enjoying their life. And then you got these motherfucking magpies in the black community who can't stand that. They got so much to say. Oh, passport bros is doing this and they're doing that. Oh, they not what they seem. They're broke. There's so much disparagement of these brothers who are minding their own business. It's like if a black man is happy, he's minding his own business, he's not harming or hurting anybody. You always have other niggas that want to come along and drag that man through the mud, even though he hasn't hurt anybody. What is it to you if he's going to another country to find a wife or going to another country to have fun, get with women, whether he's tricking on women or not? What business is it of yours? What he spends his money on, how does that make your wallet lighter? How does it make your bank account lighter? What he spends his money on? Last I checked, isn't it his money, his choice, if he wants to trick it off in another country? And you got to look at the quality of the men that actually have a problem with that. They actually act like they're the jaded ones. They act like a bitch that got cheated on and caught her man cheating. I mean, they come across like their feelings are so hurt. Oh my God, passport bros are traveling and having fun and enjoying their life. How can that be? I have to hate on them. I have to drag them through the mud. I can't have them happy because I'm not happy. This is how a lot of you niggas sound. It's like you can't stand to see brothers happy, especially exercising their options. You sound just like the jaded B-dub in a community. And you wonder why the black community cannot unite and move accordingly. Some of you are not worthy to be united with. Some of you deserve to be left the fuck behind. Because you are one of the sole reasons the community is what it is. You want me to reach out to and not talk down about the black community and what's going on and this and that, even if it's true. So basically you have a problem with people telling the truth. I could walk down the street and whether it's justified or not, my initial reaction, if I see some white people walking down the street, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely less likely for me to have to worry about them sticking me up for the shoes I'm wearing. But I know a lot of you niggas will. A lot of you niggas will pull out the burner and try to take my chain, my watch, my wallet, because that's what you do. Oh, don't talk down about the black community. This is why when brothers get money, they choose to move out of the black community because they know you niggas will be the first one running up in their garage, running up in their house because you heard, or maybe you seen that brother walk into his house with a PS5. But see, my white neighbor saw me. He's a gamer too. He likes money too. He saw me walk into my house with a PS5 too. But see, he's not gonna run up in my house and try to take it. Well, but a lot of you niggas will try to do it though. Am I talking about black people? No. Because there's a difference between black people and niggas. I'm talking about niggas. You motherfuckers walking around with your pants hanging down to your knees and shit, whether you have a belt or not. I'm talking about niggas. It's beyond the crab in the bucket syndrome now. It's beyond that mentality. You guys have reached the maggpie monastery. That's exactly what you motherfuckers represent now. And all of you can be lumped in together and shit. And it just makes you wonder. The more I watch Passport Bros and listen to what they saying, the more I wonder why so many of you niggas are so mad at them. Why are you so upset that another man is exercising his options? Why do you care where the fuck he put his dick at? Why is that so important to you? Now I understand brothers when they say, you know what? Fuck the black community. I understand now. You know why? Because a lot of you sit back and you just sit there and watch and allow niggas to take over the black community. Why the fuck would I want to be a part of some shit like that? It's like y'all want to have a race to the bottom. So yeah, I already know what a lot of you about to say. So go ahead and get it off your chest. oh, this nigga Red Blizzard 357 is a fucking coon, he's a sellout, he's all these little stupid ass little sidebar comments that you niggas want to say and shit. Because I don't want to be a fucking loser and have a race to the bottom to be with the rest of you niggas in the crab bucket. So when the fisherman throw you back in the bucket, shit, the best thing he could probably do is throw the whole fucking bucket overboard into the ocean. Let all y'all motherfuckers drown. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a mic. I can't possibly know what I'm talking about, but I see it every day. Who do I have to prepare for? Who do I have to watch? Who I have to worry about sticking a gun in my back and robbing me? Guarantee you I ain't worried about people of other nationalities doing that shit, because they have more important things to think about. They actually planning something. They actually have goals that they implementing and they trying to push forward as far as businesses, investments, raising their children in the right manner instead of doing all this debaucherous fuck shit that a lot of motherfuckers in the black community worship nowadays. It's like you worship being the most dysfunctional, cancerous activity having as people in the existence of mankind. And anybody in the community that don't want to be a part of the ignorance, it's like you have a problem with that. And a lot of you even go as far as to threaten them. Oh, you're going to green light this man because you don't like what he decided to put on a fucking t-shirt. Well, really, if you look at what he's doing, he's definitely exposing the hypocrisy, the full-fledged hypocrisy that goes on in the black community all the fucking time. It's been that way for decades, and everybody wants to turn their head and pretend it don't exist. The no snitching rule. Fuck that. I'm not a street nigga no more. I'm not in that life no more. That's not a part of who I am. That don't represent me. So if I know some shit, I'm turning you motherfucking ignorant ass niggas the fuck in and shit. So you can be put in the cage where you belong. What's the benefit of being down and oh, you ain't part of the community tie no more? Thank God for that. I don't want to be. What sane person that has all their marbles in their head, who supports being in a race to the bottom? Who does that? Only people that worship ignorance will want to participate in a race to the bottom. I will pass on that shit. I don't want no parts of it. So to the magpies in the community, y'all can have that shit. I don't want it. And I'm glad Kanye don't want to talk to P. Diddy, old thieving ass. Who gives a fuck what you got to say? You the last person anybody should listen to about morality. You left your morality a long time ago. People you work with, people you kicked it with died because of it. Morality. You have none. You have no reason to say anything to Kanye. Everything that man is saying is true. You know nothing about that. You just know how to stab niggas in the back and be a snake type dude. So who gives a fuck what you got to say? Anyway, this I might have to make a series on the ignorance, hypocrisy of the community. Because there's too many of you magpie minions running around and shit. So I guess I'll just make this part one. Magpie misfits and how they've destroyed the community. But the thinking black man will survive. He will forever be the Renaissance man.